Good morning. The candle is lit. The fire fairies have been here. Join me today for a story. My name is Daisha from Apple Blossom, and I have a story to tell you today about a little girl and a magic pot. Mother of the fairy tale, take me by your silver hand. Take me in your shining boat. Off we go to fairyland. Once upon a time, when was it? When was it not? There lived a little girl. She lived at the edge of a forest with her mother in a little cottage. But alas, the girl and her mother were very poor. And one morning her mother said to her, "My dear girl, we are out of food. Please take the last of my coins and go into the village and buy us some bread." And so the little girl took her mother's coins and went towards the village. She had not gone far when she met a mysterious old woman. The old woman looked at the girl and said, "My dear, I see that you are hungry. I have something for you." And she brought back a magic porridge pot. She told the little girl, "Any time you are hungry, put the pot on the stove and say, 'Cook, little pot, cook.' But don't forget that when the pot has cooked you a meal, to say, 'Stop, little pot, stop.'" And so the little girl took the magic pot and brought it back home to her mother. There they put it on the stove, and the little girl said, "Cook, little pot, cook." And sure enough, the little pot cooked them a full pot of creamy oat porridge. And when it was done cooking, the little girl said, "Stop, little pot, stop." And the little pot stopped cooking. Well, for many days, the little girl and her mother enjoyed the magic porridge pot. But one day, her mother once again asked her to go into the village on an errand. And so the little girl went all the way to the village. And while she was gone, her mother grew hungry, and she set the magic pot on the stove and said, "Cook, little pot, cook." And sure enough, the little pot cooked a nice pot of creamy oat porridge. But the mother forgot to tell the little pot to stop. She could not remember the magic words, and so the little pot continued to cook and cook and cook and cook until the porridge ran out the sides of the pot and onto the floor and out the window and down the path towards the village. Soon the entire village was covered in porridge. And when the little girl saw the porridge, she shouted, "Stop, little pot, stop!" and the pot stopped cooking. But the villagers all had to eat their way back home. The end. Moon and stars and sun, now our story's done. Goodbye, fire fairies. Thank you for joining me. I'll see you next time.